So my name is Jon Tallerico, and I build these bicycles out of Lodi, California. My business partner, James Stanfield, and I have a kind of a mission, and that is that we wanted to reach some of the trends and also come up with something unique. And so we chose two bikes to really feature at the show. And one of them is our gravel road bike, and the other one is our 27 plus mountain bike. But on this particular gravel bike, I'll point out a couple things. First of all, I made this bike for Chris Zigmont asked me to make a bike for his wife, a custom bicycle. And he had wanted me to accommodate 40 millimeter tires, also have a through axle design, and obviously disc brake. And so in order to achieve the clearances required for the tire, we had to come up with certain kind of design challenges, and we also wanted to be able to come up with a design that we could replicate over and over again. So if you notice, we've got plenty of clearance for the 40 millimeter tire, mud, also chainring clearance, and also this nice little clearance for the crank arms as well on both sides. Something else that's really nice about this bicycle, if you look at the rear caliper, this caliper, the way it's mounted on the frame, it's hidden inside the frame completely, and it's underneath the chainstays, not requiring a bridge, and we've got two separate mounting bosses that have it nice and neatly placed right where it needs to be. Something else about this bike that's really important is it's a production bicycle. We build small, medium, and large sizes, so we needed to be efficient on our manufacturing. And something that I did on this frame is this is fillet brazed with minimal to no finish work. So there's zero finish work on the bottom bracket and minimal finish work. And when I say minimal, we're not filing and using power tools to finish off these welds. These welds are literally just lightly sanded and then painted. This one is literally, I just washed the flux off of it and then it was ready for paint. So minimal finish work saves a lot of time, makes the bike more affordable. The entry-level price point of this bicycle complete, depending on the component package, starts at $29.95 and then goes up to $6,500 depending on the grupo that you put on it. So it's a very affordable bicycle that's handmade, and you know, I chose the carbon fork not only for the disc brake, but there's a certain relationship between the two materials that I really promote that's super important, and that is how these dissimilar materials work together. First of all, we all know that steel does a really good job of absorbing shock, right? But something that's kind of a misled thing in the industry is we talk about how carbon does a really good job of shock absorption. But really what carbon does is a really good job of dampening, okay? And through the modulus of elasticity, if you look at that in a steel frame set and you also look at that in a carbon fork, they both behave completely differently. And carbon forks carbon doesn't necessarily have the ability to absorb shock. What it does is it dampens really well, right? So steel bikes can take in all the small shock that fatigues you, and with the fork dampening, doing a good job of dampening, the two materials work together in a really sweet way. And through the process of, you know, designing while riding the bikes, not just geometry, I've chosen to stick with this combination together. My personal favorite would be a really light steel frame, carbon fork, carbon bar, seat post, and an alloy stem. My personal favorite.